Did you know that improving this area of your game will not only improve your driver, your distance, your accuracy, but will have a huge impact on your short game as well? So stay tuned, this is a biggie. If you struggle with getting the club face square to target at impact, I'm going to be giving you two amazing drills to help you understand the mechanics of how the arms and the wrists move through impact and how we can square that face up, but also how you can take this to the driving range or even just practice it at home. There's two aspects that you need to understand within the movement of the release pattern. We've got the rotation of the arms and we've got the hinging of the wrists. As the majority of us swing, we hinge the wrist, and on the way back down into the golf ball, we need to unhinge them back into impact, so then the golf club can start to hit down that descending blow into the golf ball and also help you get the face square. Now, if you don't have any forearm rotation, we can release the golf club down, but the club will still point towards that right hand side. Many golfers actually really try super hard to get this shaft lean and this kind of bowing of that lead wrist on the way through, which is correct, but it's incorrect if you don't have your rotation. So I could come into impact here and I could have my shaft lean to the target and that would look amazing. But if I don't have that forearm rotation, I'm going to have that shaft lean pointing miles to the right hand side. And that is one issue that I see a lot with some of my students, both in person and through the Skillist app. So really important that we understand that the movement mechanics are hinging of the wrists, but also the rate of rotation in the forearm. I'm going to be giving you some data a little bit later on in this video using Hackmotion and showing you how the data can be understood in terms of rotation. I actually did this yesterday, in fact, with one of my in-person students, where he was actually able just to kind of get away from thinking about drills and trying to understand what certain feelings are and just look at some of the numbers and just go chasing numbers for a little bit until he saw the desired ball flight. Then we came back to him understanding the movement mechanics that he had to make in order to produce that ball flight. Drill number one is going to be all about the lead hand, so your glove hand. For right-handed golfers, the left hand. Put your trail hand wherever you want, stick it behind your back. And here we're just going to try and get that feeling of how that golf club should be moving and rotating in your hands. Now, I would often tell all of my students to try and feel that on the way through the golf shot, we get as much distance between the butt of the club and the body as possible, okay? So this way I want you to feel that you've got lots of extension in that lead arm. Obviously you can't do that with this arm on the way through, and we'll come to that in a second, but for the purpose of this drill, we're going to try and keep the golf club feeling nice and wide. So I'm going to get the toe of the club up. As I come down, I've got the butt of the club pointing back at my belly buttons, that's my laser line. And as I go through impact, I've got the butt of the club back at my belly button again with the toe of the club working up. Here now, this golf club is rotating and squaring up in time for where the impact position would be. Now, to move this drill on to the next step, as you go through impact and hold into there, I just want you to get your trail hand and just put it on top and take your normal grip. And again, just feel that this trail hand is extended. I've got a nice straight right arm position on the way through, and the toe of the club is up. So I'll do this again with both hands, toe up, toe up. And now I'm starting to feel that this trail hand has also got that rotation through the movements as I come into impact. There. Now if I swing the golf club up to maybe 3/4, oh, didn't mean to hit that, and then we get through and we feel the rotation and the movement of how this lead arm starts to tuck in a little bit, and how the trail arm extends and how the toe of the club starts to work upwards. So if I manage to get this golf club into a square position at impact, like that, the golf ball has gone straight. I know the club face was square because the golf ball has gone straight. For drill number two, I am going to use Hackmotion, but you can use this drill on the drive range without Hackmotion as well. I give it to all of my students to do this because it's just a brilliant drill, and it's on one of the drills within Hackmotion. It's called the dynamic release drill. Basically encourages you to get the golf club back to P6 and then work through impact and release the golf club. And the feedback from the numbers is amazing, but also, like I just said for drill one, the feedback is from the golf ball. If that golf ball goes straight, your club face was square at impact. Right, so I've got my phone set up there with the app. It's telling me to go into P6, which is there, and then from here I'm going to hit the ball. It doesn't like it. What did I do wrong? I was too extended. Oh, only just though. So it didn't like the position I got myself into. So basically what it's saying is I came in too much extension. So it's basically too much cupping of the wrist. It wanted me to be a little bit more with my hands in front of the golf ball, whereas what I did then was try to pick it up off the surface, not on purpose, obviously. I did it purely subconsciously because I was trying to elevate the golf ball a little bit, which is again one of the reasons why a lot of you may struggle, because you're trying to elevate the ball as opposed to compress it. I'm going to do this. I'm actually also going to do this with a wedge. So what I'm going to try and work on with the wedge, I'm going to try and keep the flight really low and obviously the direction as straight as possible. So it's asking me to get my hands more forward of the golf ball, which means it's going to help me deal off the club face. Didn't like that as well. What did I do wrong, Mr. Hackmotion? What is amazing about this is you don't feel it. And it's like, it comes, that noise, Hackmotion, that noise is annoying. But if you've got the perseverance, we've got to work on how we can get rid of it. Right, get that left wrist bowed, like I said at the start of the video, and just get that extension, that rotation in the lead arm. Oh, I wasn't in P6. I cheated a little bit. I cheated. I went a little bit further. So again, it'll know when I just got a little bit too far. But what I did manage to do was I managed to get my impact position into flexion. So you can see there, and that's what the majority of golfers are going to do. If I just take this back to rep 2, what you're going to see here is plus 13 at impact. So my wrists were effectively working in this direction, where the golf club now is working ahead of the hands. The butt of the club is pointing on the outside of my body with that laser line, and I don't have much shaft lean. It's almost like you're trying to pick it off the surface. Whereas on the very last shot that I hit, I managed to get into -4. So I managed to get into some flexion here. And I also managed to get the forearm rotating. Now, as a little bit of a cheat, not on purpose, I have to be honest, I swung the club a little bit too far back. So this P6 drill, with or without Hackmotion, is amazing because you're able to see the ball flight, you're able to see the height, you're able to feel the compression. It'll feel totally different to you when you make that strike, because you're going to hit the ball slightly higher in the face than you would have normally done. Because if you were more like the flicky wrist or leaving the face open, you're often going to have the bottom 2 grooves impacting on the ball. It feels not as good. To give those 2 drills a go, understanding the one arm drill and getting the feel for where that laser line needs to be coming from the butt of the club is amazing. Then go into a slightly longer swing, go into 2 arm swing, really start to get the fluidity of the motion, making sure you can feel how the forearms and the body is going to be rotating through impact and how you're going to square the face. Use the P6 drill then to get some feedback from the golf ball so you know that you've got the face square. That will be the only way, I'll keep reiterating, that's the only way you know if that club face was square, is if that ball has gone further. You'll notice you're going to get better compression through understanding the release better, so you'll see the ball flight coming out a little bit lower. You'll also feel better in terms of your strikes. You'll be hitting it a little bit higher on the face. Comment below, let me know when you've tried these drills out, let me know if they've worked, hopefully they do. And if you've got any further questions about this drill, please do let me know. Also, I want some interaction. Let me know what drills you would like to see that you think can help your game. If you'd like a free swing analysis from myself, head over to the Skillist app. The link is down in the description below. Sign up, drop me a DM, completely free swing analysis. Then you even know what tips you should even be looking for. Guys, thank you very much for watching as ever, and I'll see you next time.